This video is for entertainment purposes only. Let's roll! Okay guys, what's up? Okay, so I decided to make a video. This is sort of a redo. I did a version that was I thought was lacking. It's just a quick vlog, okay? And what it is this is my last consumer good. Okay? Of all the knives and action figures and things that I like to buy online, I decided that this is going to be my last consumer good, except for one that I got coming up, but that's really going to be my last consumer good. Okay, so anyway, the what it is, it's a NRA Buck Model 112 Slim, and it's the NRA version. And what the special occasion is I'm looking for a new vehicle, and I'm going to get an electric vehicle, despite what all the backlash and getting laughed at and all that stuff on the internet. I'm going to get an electric vehicle, and I decided that it's going to come down to this. Okay, so there's going to be either, I'm choosing a Tesla Cybertruck, which is the mid-level, provided if it comes out. And the Ford, number 2 is the Ford Lightning. The 3 is another one called the Bollinger, which actually looks a lot like a regular old style pickup. I kind of like that one, provided that everything works and it's makes sense mechanically. The Rivian 4, the Rivian is my number 4. I'm thinking about doing I kind of like the way the Rivian looked. It seems like it's gaining in popularity, which means to me, I think that means, you know, more of them on the road means more options for accessories, stuff like that. It's getting rather popular. I'm also thinking of the Hummer. I don't know how much the Hummer is going to be. And I'm also thinking of the Canoo. Now, some of the ones, I think the Canoo made one a while back that really caught my eye. In fact, it caught my eye more than the Tesla Cybertruck. But okay, but the thing is I'm going to be paying cash for this. Okay, so now there's some ground rules. Okay, first of all, okay, so ammunition for videos. Okay, I may buy ammunition for videos, but not very much. Investments. Okay, like, you know, retirement and things like that. That's going to be permitted. Things of value. You know, like things that can appreciate in value, that will be kind of permitted during all this, but, you know, not very much. There's one more item I'm going to get. It could be considered my last consumer good, but I'm putting it under things of value, and that's a gold chain. I want a gold chain for my wrist. I don't know what size I'm going to be. I haven't decided how much I'm going to spend for it yet, but it's going to be a gold chain. That's going to be the next thing I get. And I know maybe that may not make sense to some of you, but to me, I put it under things of value. But after that, it's just knuckle down saving, 100%, except for the things mentioned. 100, like pretty much going to be all my money, you know, besides everyday expenses, is going to go to the electrical vehicle fund, and that's what's going to be. It's just going to be. I'm just going to be dedicating my finances to that, as many of my finances to that as I can. So there's one more thing I got to do. There's a local GoFundMe of a family I know that's having some trouble. I might give them $100. But after that, after the gold chain, depending on how much I may spend a lot of money on the gold chain. I may not spend very much on the gold chain. You know, we'll just see. I may not spend any money on the gold chain. But this here is what I'm considering my last consumer good. It's basically the last thing that I just did not need, because I got plenty of knives. And I've even gone so far as to even think about carrying this as my only knife through the whole duration until the day I go in to pay cash for my electric vehicle, whatever that may be. I'm kind of leaning more toward the Ford Lightning for an electric vehicle. The Rivian, I see a lot of good things about the Rivian. I was really just dead set on the Cybertruck. I was just joking around. I mean, I wasn't really going to be, I don't think, like this. Well, maybe I was going to be like this, but I was telling people that I was going to go to Dave and Buster's, every Saturday night, get drunk, play games, and let the self-driving feature of the Cybertruck drive me home, because they're still working on self-driving feature. Of course, realistically, I probably still couldn't, do that without getting in trouble. So it was just a joke. I really wouldn't do that. But realistically, I haven't had any drink. I haven't had one sip of alcohol since I had COVID. But that used to be the joke, and then all of a sudden COVID came in. And wrecked the entire world. And we're still waiting on the Cybertruck. I don't know when the Cybertruck will be out, but I'm leaning toward the Ford Lightning because of some things I do like about Ford, and I do like that someone out there was able to obtain an actual crate electric motor and adapt an electric motor to an old Ford Ranger, which I thought was pretty cool. But you're going to be pretty surprised about why I'm buying an electric vehicle. It's got nothing to do with it has nothing to do with really saving the earth or anything like that. I mean, some people on the internet think I'm a joke for wanting to do it. Some people praise me for doing it by saying that I'm taking that next evolutionary step and I'm caring about the planet. To be honest, it's really the features, the modernized features in this vehicle, especially the air conditioner. I get very hot where it's at, and I want to be able to do is actually turn on my air conditioner while I go to break. I want to be able to pull up my phone and turn on my air conditioner and go out to a nice cool pickup truck and perhaps even stream internet. I like to watch The Simpsons on my break on my cell phone. I think that would be so cool to actually watch a show on my main display in my truck on my break. I mean, just like as if it were my house. And I thought about even down the road, even integrating a Starlink receiver into the back with a tonneau cover or into what they call the frunk, which is the trunk in the front. So I would actually always have internet, satellite internet, and I would always be able to call out with voice over internet protocol no matter where I'm at. I mean, wouldn't that be cool? Like, there's some places still where you can't get a cell signal, but some of these places that are out in the sticks and stuff, like on 395, I couldn't get any cell signals. When I was up at Lakeview, Thunder Ranch, the only cell signals that people can get were Verizon. My carrier didn't have cell signals, and I thought, well, I was able to call off on internet on voice over protocol. I thought, well, if I'm out in the middle of nowhere and would I have a sat phone? I thought, well, with Starlink, I can just voice over internet protocol on my phone by logging on to Starlink, which would happen to be powered up by my EV, and I can just call and talk while I'm driving down the road, And I thought, these are amazing possibilities, these are amazing features, and this is the real reason why I'm doing it, is the features and the possibilities it brings is an entirely different game changer. Another thing I'm really worried about is smog. I know, my truck isn't that. I know my truck isn't that bad of a smog producer, but a lot of stations are really reluctant to deal with it because it's an older OBD, and I just find that it's harder and harder to get these guys to either want to smog it, or when they do smog it, they're just really, really reluctant. There's nothing wrong with the truck. It doesn't pollute. It's not a big polluter. I know it's not, but they just have a hard time. Some of these stations have a hard time accepting my truck and taking it on to smog. Whether it's they don't like testing it, or whether they don't like going underneath to look for the base timing wire. And I'm just tired of dealing with smog stations. I'm tired of the attitudes, and I decided that it's going to be a little bit of a bloodletting. It's going to be very painful, but I'm going to basically suck it up and spend 2 to 3 years knuckling down, except for the gold chain, of course. That's the only thing I got coming, and a little bit of charity. But it's all going to be about me. It's all going to be about my objective. And I think once I put my mind to doing something, long as there isn't a board of people that I have to go through and convince. If it's a one-on-one, person to objective type goal, I almost always make it. I almost always make it. The only time I have problems is when I got to convince 10 or 15 people to let me pass into something. But you know what that is. I try to never put my future in the hands of the decisions of others. But if it's me and a financial goal, I almost always usually make it. If it's me and a academic goal, and I'm truly driven to do it, and there's no group of board or people standing in my way, and it's something I can realistically obtain, I will almost always obtain it if I really want it bad enough. So this here, to me, is a very important symbol. It's the last, just whatever item I bought. I decided I wanted an NRA knife. I bought that. And this is going to be, to me, a pretty important undertaking. And I think that I might carry this for the entire 2 to 3 years that I'm ready to knuckle down and save for my electric vehicle. And I might actually just carry this as a reminder to say that, hey, I can pull this out of my pocket and think, that's why you don't spend your money. I can think, that's why you don't need to go on a vacation right now. You need to wait until you get your electric vehicle. Then you could take a long vacation for as long as you want and not spend any money or worry about smog checks and go take a long trip and not worry about nothing and be completely comfortable. And that's why I'm not going to buy any watches. I'm not going to buy anything extra. If my Apple Watch breaks down, I'll take one of my Invictas and I'll start wearing that instead. I got enough watches, as you've seen in my videos. So I think that's what this will symbolize is all that. Okay, so that's what I decided to do. I decided to remake this video, and I just want to tell everybody out there, 90% of life is just believing in yourself. I think, I used to think that confidence was just kind of overrated, and sometimes it is, but I thought at the end of the day, I thought almost everything's a confidence game. Almost everything is just having the attitude that I can do it, and competency, of course, is very important. You got to have competency, but I always realize is that the first step in gaining competency is just telling myself that I can do it. That's the first step in gaining competency in any new subject is just getting out there and attempting to do it to begin with. Okay? So I just want to tell everybody out there, if whoever sees this video, just all I gotta say is I think my opinion is 80 or 90% of life is just believing in yourself. Just believe in yourself and tell yourself it's anything's possible. And and I think once a person tells something that whatever they want to do is possible, then their mind begins to look for the evidence to find that truth, to find that their goals are possible, that they can do it, that they should believe in themselves, and then everything kind of begins to fall in line after that. I just kind of tend to believe that. I've used to be more of a negative person. And I'm a prepper. Don't get me wrong. I still believe in having a certain amount of things set aside for trouble on a rainy day. I still believe in that. But all in all, my attitude's really changed. I've gotten to where I just kind of tend to say, I need to believe in myself. I need to tell myself I can do it. In my mind, I'll find the evidence that I need to convince myself I can do it. And I can take that first step in learning whatever subject I want to learn or whatever task I want to complete, like this task, This video is the first step in taking that first step in saving and doing that power saving and saving up for this purchase. Because I'm not going to put it on credit. I can't get credit. And I really don't want credit. I want to go walk in and pay cash, own that truck, and never have anything hanging over my head in the way of a debt. I want to be able to say, this is mine and I bought it and everything's good to go. And I don't have to worry about a repo man and none of that. All right, so hey, I wouldn't let anybody hate on my power saving or hate on my electrical truck because I don't worry about the haters. I just let the haters worry about me. Okay, don't worry about the haters. Just let the haters worry about you. That's what I gotta say. Just believe in yourself, and just block all the naysayers out. You don't need that negativity in your life, okay? And I'll see you on the next one, okay? Bye.